We've arrived, just as planned.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the arisen. The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull, God knows.
Silence cultivates wisdom. Wonder if anyone would notice if I'm mistraining.
It's on me to bear what young tigers
Such
Have you heard?
just about
There's to be
anything.
more restrictions on goods traded with Batal. Apparently, even privately owned items.
I must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour will be right.
in here.
Open up!
Open this door right now. Coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on then, keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity? I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
Why, they're all enamored with me.
That's quite enough rumour hunting for one day.
Dear me.
Tis quiet about.
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
Fair winds coming.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
Do take care not to stray so far next time. It seems you've obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brandt will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use. We're here, and none the worse for wear.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? You do not possess it. I see. I had hoped you would return it to me ere long. If you've deposited it somewhere, might I trouble you to retrieve it and bring it back to me? Else, if you've lost it, mayhap it's been put up for sale at the scrap store. 'Tis a curious shop, where all manner of useless trinkets may be found. The townspeople sell all they find there. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
I'm not sure what we're dealing with.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true... Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Come, I'll lead the way. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance. Over here, if you please. Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Nattering all day. It's tiring work. Good tidings, friend. How have you... As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
Spare me this agony.
Enough to make me rich.
I've little enough gold.
Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Times are hard.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Always another errand to see.
I'll treat myself.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Tranquil places such as this are real treasures.
Peruse at your leisure.
I'll take any chance.
Lots to do
on my
precious little time.
I ought to turn in for the night. Always another errand.
Might try my hand at a new trade.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent.
Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns are permitted to approach the castle but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
As pawns are not permitted within the castle, I will bid you farewell when we reach the entrance. We have arrived.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! suggest you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I'd soon stay out of that.
Not for it, but to cut my teeth.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one stands in watch there.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Oh, perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet.
Thankless job, this. Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
This sort of quiet music.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet on.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign. Shall we report this development to Captain Brandt? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
To tie my boots.
much.
Well met, sir. It's a shame. What? That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
Dreams are free, I say. Do stop and have a look.
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
What lights might there be to find in town today?
I think some of us get complacent. Pleasant breeze.
If I sleep on my woes, perhaps they'll go away.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melve again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melve. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch in my case.
This looks as good a place as any.
Swapping stories is one of life's great pleasures.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Shall we get some rest then? I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
I can proceed no further. We're to see this letter to Sir Leonard in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Seems time is up.
Our destination is rather distant. Perhaps we ought to...
Hey, Cyclops! Our foe is susceptible to lightning attacks!
I've never heard such nonsense.
How dare you!
You see, this is the product of your
Taking the initiative, I'll have you know.
It seems we have enraged Master.
Why cannot use their rage to our advantage?
Very well, I must.
Focus. A moment of indecision
may spell our doom.
I can't get the idea.
Done. You are in need of healing. Allow me.
Wait a moment.
There is no better time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Stop to this.
You shall answer for this.
Well done, Master.
My word.
Making a living as a soldier.
Over here, if you please.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training. It's a thankless job, this.
Suppose I ought not shuck rehearsal.
My bed calls and I'm...
We've a long journey ahead of us. We ought to employ an ox cart and save our strength.
I suppose 'tis so.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
What ought I to do?
What in the
I suppose I
world?
better give the ox some feed.
Now this is a conundrum.
Fire upon you!
Ox do fall on you to carry the burden we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil puts me light on my feet.
It certainly isn't easy work, but I am proud to be counted upon.
No harm shall come to you.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their swords are smacked beyond repair.
Uh-oh. Methinks the fiend felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure.
I am here by your side.
Not much the way it is. Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done. This brute has quite the temper.
Use their range to our advantage.
Understood.
Knock its feet out, conquer it, strike edge, recover. This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
Allow me, Master. This foe shall fall by my hand.
Continue our onslaught and the behemoth will soon topple. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Reckon you can do as you please, eh?
Here we go again. Battle cannot be avoided. It's fight or die.
Understood.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. An early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
You lost your mind?
In the end, 'twas all for naught.
Not good will come of this.
I've a duty not to fall here.
Damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will share my desolation and my hunger.
This is my home. You cannot expect me to Wait, lend me your aid.
Beast spits of foul substance. Avoid it at all costs. Launch in. Perilous. We must rally! Panic will only play to the enemies and our fire must be put out! There are pouring burns! Fire's fury shan't be of aid against this foe.
No sense panicking then.
send this boat reeling. There's a simple-minded creature by all appearances. We could easily redirect its focus with our attacks. Prepare ourselves for a prolonged battle. This foe boasts stamina in excess. Beast spits a foul substance. Avoid it at all costs. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! This foe is nigh unstoppable when 'tis wrong. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
Show yourself.
'Twas a lesson in determination.
Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly. We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. I doubt we would have pulled through if not for you.
Forgive me, Arisen. I shall see to it this does not happen again.
Much going on.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
seen it so long.
Come rain or shine.
Goes awry.
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Let's see. What can we do without?
Well met, sir. How much
Here to ask all of me, are you?
Lots to do, and precious little time. What am I to do?
A good day to you.
Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir, I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I can see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think my brother and I are the only ones who use that path, to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go, then. My life's in your hands, friend.
We must fly to the aid of those in need.
Well met, sir. How much have you accepted?
We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. I doubt we would have pulled through if not for you.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
Let me think on this a minute. The other day, I espied an elf, of all things. Seems they've a village nearby. They ill favour living alongside the people of other races, dwarves in particular. I understand their reluctance. They live several times longer than we do.
I reckon that sets us apart. Not to mention their tongue is a mystery to us. If you can't share a jest, sharing a village is out of the question, eh?
Yes? Do we have business?
Aye. Is there aught you require, sir?
Seems naught ever goes right.
Can't work as late as I used to anymore.
It's been a hard day.
I'm about ready for a break. Ugh. Get my back in the way.
I'm just grateful I'll get to live a quiet life.
We've not counted a thief among our number for some time.
We've no need.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own. A patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon.
Seems naught ever goes right. There's ought to be said.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but here we are. My thanks for your efforts. Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? 'Tis a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Do we report back now?
This is just what I needed.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
I hope I've not left all
Pleasant
undone.
surroundings make for pleasant thoughts.
Well met, sir.
I'm not sure what...
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Time to be heading home.
I'd best sweep and dust before I open the door.
Where to next? Days like this make me glad to be alive.
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead. Not a foe in sight.
A brief respite is naught to decry.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
I don't like this place at all.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice. This seems a decent...
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Goes right.
It will be safe in my possession till you decide to reclaim it.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Goblins, Master! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Can anyone hear me? Please!
Norbert, are you hurt?
Hope you weren't expecting that. Let's go where that came from.
Well said.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. On my way.
I'd thought I was done for.
Ah, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, I... Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Ah, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
We must proceed with caution, lest our charge come under attack.
It was a glad thing to find Sir Norbert in good health. Shall we get him back to Melv? I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
This is generally used as a material.
That's it!
This is my...
It's clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so...
My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? One can see far to the distance from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savour the scene.
Right you are.
'Twas a glad thing to find Sir Norbert in good health. Shall we get him back to Melv? I can guide you there if you wish.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
Could you come over here?
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
There's adventure to be had.
You would have me lead. Consider it done.
I'd not say no to it. Time to be any find for me something?
Aye? Did you want something?
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
You!
Twas a bumpy ride, but we've arrived all the same.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Melv? Splendid! You've been an immense help, I must say. The cart reached its destination safe and sound, and from the tell of it, you even rid the road of a few monsters. You've certainly earned a reward, my friend. Here you are.
Ox cart seems a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
I quite agree.